If you're watching this, chances are you've seen a ton of people using iPads or other tablets for either studying or working. And you might be wondering, should I get one too? I was in the same boat. It looks so convenient to just write on a screen anywhere, anytime. So, at 16, I decided to invest in one for my studies. And my savings went back to absolute zero. For reference, I'm using the iPad 10th generation, Wi-Fi only 64GB paired with a first generation Apple Pencil. Personally, I think that this combo is the most budget-friendly for students like me. But was it worth it? Do I regret buying it? Stick around to find out, and I'll share my honest experience by the end of this video. So, let's talk. Why did I buy an iPad in the first place? Well, I'm currently an international student enrolling in the IB Diploma program, and as someone who thrives on doing tons of practice questions and past papers, printing everything out just isn't realistic, especially when you're living in a dorm with limited access to printers. And a limited budget as well. That's where the iPad comes in. Being able to access, organize, and annotate all of my study materials digitally has completely transformed the way I study, and honestly, it has been a game changer. Now, when it comes to taking notes on the iPad, you've probably heard of several popular apps. Personally, I'm using ColonNote with a free membership. It does the job pretty well, especially if you're not too concerned about fancy aesthetic or high-end features. And if you're curious about how I take digital notes or want to know all the different ways that I use my iPad to study, make sure to subscribe. I'll make sure to share those very soon. Getting back to the main point, one thing I have to admit about this low-budget iPad pencil combo is the limited storage space. And yes, 64GB isn't really much. Mine hasn't completely run out of space yet, but I've already noticed some slowdown when the storage gets tight. I constantly have to delete unnecessary files to just keep things running smoothly. Of course, this becomes a bigger issue if you're planning to install multiple games. I only have Roblox, and even that takes up quite a bit. So keep in mind, the more storage you want, the more you have to pay. And the price jump between models is actually pretty significant. So Alex, you spent all your money on an iPad just for playing games and studying. Is that all? Oh, actually, I also use my iPad for video editing. And this video that you're watching was also completely edited on my iPad. Okay, but don't you think you should be doing that on your laptop instead? Well, my laptop is also running out of storage space that I can't even install an editing app in the first place. Oh, fair enough. You can keep going. As you've probably noticed, I also use my iPad for video editing, mainly on CapCut. That's probably another reason why my storage space fills up so fast. Now, editing videos on an iPad isn't exactly the best experience, but honestly, it's still way better than trying to do it on a phone. Especially for long-form videos like this one, my eyes would be done after 10 minutes on that tiny screen. At this point, my iPad has already become an essential part of both my study and work life. But honestly, so has my laptop, and it's been this way since day one, even before the iPad entered the picture. So if you're working on a set budget and trying to decide whether to get a new iPad or upgrading your laptop, yeah, it's a tough call. Sure, some people buy a keyboard case to make their iPads more versatile, but personally, I'd still go with upgrading my laptop. It plays a much bigger role in my day-to-day life, from working on my internship tasks to learning how to code to writing full essays. Laptops are simply built for that kind of workload. Wait. Why are we talking about your laptop now? This video is about your iPad, don't you remember? Yeah, I know, but I'm comparing it to the laptop to see if it's actually worth it after all. So is it worth it? Yes. Oh, why? Well, let's rewatch this video, shall we? Just kidding, guys. Let's wrap this up. At the end of the day, I've never regretted getting an iPad as an investment for my studies. It has made so many things easier and more efficient, and I hope that you guys can see that too. Of course, how useful it is really depends on your budget and your needs. But if you're thinking about it for school or productivity, it's worth considering. Thanks for sticking around until the end of the video. See you in the next one!